Let's work on Wave by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Sometimes they call him Tom Jobim. All right, same guy. It's usually in D, starts with the D minor. You can play some nice kind of bossa nova rhythms like... All right, so here I'm using the so what chord. It's really just a D minor, 11th, and you know, you say, well, where's the 11th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's a G. So I could put it there, right? G minor 11th. But what if I put it down here? Would you call that D minor 4th? No, you would not. It's still D minor 11th. 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths. They can be anything. Thirds, fifths, roots. They can be anywhere. They don't have to be, but, you know, I could play a D 7th with a flat 9 this way. Yes, I realize it's 9 notes up to there, but D7, it's a flat 9, okay? And when you see a chord symbol like D9, it really means D7 with a 9. Now, if you see D flat 9, it doesn't mean put a flat onto a D7 chord. D flat 9 is D flat 9. But D7 flat 9 is D7 with a flat 9. So write your chord symbols so that that stuff is clear. And, you know, there's right ways and wrong ways to do it. Okay, Wave. We're going to start with D minor, and I'm calling it the so what chord because I've got the 11 down there, and I put the root up there on top. The so what chord is really just that. All right, and then for my G chord, I'm playing kind of a rootless voicing down here in my left hand. The third, what the hell is it? No, it's G7th. That's the 7th, the 3rd, and the 13th, okay? 13th of G, count it. All right, so I'm going like from here. And look, it's this is a stack of fourths, and this is too, but up here, that's an augmented fourth. That's not quite a fourth, you know, because fourth would be like that. So it's the same shape, but it's really a different chord for sure. But your left hand can just lock in that position, and you get 2 nice voicings. Or you could even do this, right up here, you know, have that as a rootless voicing. All right, and once again, I'm going to keep this simple, play most of my chords in root position. Now the next chord, I think, is like B flat diminished. Typically, though, it's played with D still in the bass. So, you know, play that diminished chord and keep the D in the bass. You could do that. It creates a lot of nice tension there. And this is kind of like an A minor chord, still over a D, which, you know, call that D7th, I guess. Now, let's just go down and play that root down there. And then A minor. All right, how can we do this? Right, the diminished chord really hardly matters what inversion you use. You just usually use an inversion that takes you nicely to the next chord. You know, it's close by. A minor. And then, you know, you can invert this D7th by just moving the top 2 notes down. Right? It's the same chord as this, but, you know, 2 5 1s just work this way. You take the 2 chord, move the top 2 notes down to the 5 chord, you know, or the A minor 7th to the D 7th. And then if you're going to a major chord, you could just move the bottom 2 down, you get G major 7th. It's a 2 5 1 in G. All right, so I will invert that middle chord. Yes, goes to G minor there. And then F sharp, 7th. And usually there's this little moving line from the 13 to the flat 13 there. So you could add that with the right hand maybe. And then B 7th, and that line keeps moving. And now it's down to, it's added the 9th there of B. See? 1, 2, D4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it is up there. And then that one goes down to a flat 9. So you get a real nice little inner, what do they call that? An inner line or inner voice. You know, the melody's up here, but the inner voice is. And then it could just be E7th. So the suspended chord works nice going to E7th. Then B flat 7th. And the melody is spelling out a B flat 7th chord basically there, and even has a 9th in. So all you need down here would be the root and the 7th just to give it a little support. And then you end down here on D minor again. And then once again a little bit on the that little D minor to G7 thing that they use for the intro. And then right back to another verse. Now, the bridge is very simple. 2, 5, 1, first in F, which you'll notice is the relative. See, we started in D minor there, so the relative major is F. So a 2, 5, 1 in F, makes a nice middle section of a song. It's not too far away from the original key. Though the original key was D major, right? It's only that little intro part that was D minor. But anyway, that's why the bridge sounds like it fits the song, because it does fit along with that. Sorry. So everything in root position here. All right. And, there's no tension in that melody. It's not going like... Right? So I went ahead and played my dominant chord with a 5th in there. No problem. And I certainly could have inverted that middle chord, that C7 like this. See? There it was originally, but move it up there. So, all right. And then, just like a typical jazz exercise, you change that one to a minor, and then do another 2, 5, 1. Okay? And then now we're pretty far away from the key of D major, D major has 2 sharps, and here we are on 3 flats. We're all the way on the other side of the cycle of fifths here. And how does it get back to D? It just does it in a kind of almost an unnatural way. Just jumps to an A7, which takes us back to D major. All right, so from here to this. And there are a few common tones there. Like if you had, let's not get into that. All right, a few other ways of handling the bridge. On a 2, 5, 1, we might as well show you something kind of interesting. So right there, that's the 9th, right? In the melody. Yeah, you could put a sharp 5 in there, and now it's C plus 7 or 9. All right, well, look at that chord. It looks like an E major, right? E dominant. Let's try E dominant. Ah, sounds pretty nice. Let's put a sharp 9 in it. Yeah, and I think the reason that sounds so good is it's because it's really pretty closely related to dominant motion. 5 goes to 1, and there's a lot of notes in that from that 5 chord here. So you could put a C on the bass of that, or you could put an E there. Right? It's got everything but you got the C on top there. So maybe you could consider that a 5 chord. It looks like E7 sharp 9, but it could be functioning as a 5 chord. I'll use a little drop 2 here. I'll use a lot of drop 2 here. So if we're soloing and we want to borrow from the melody, there's a lot of good lines in the melody, so we might as well use some of them. See, I used the same pickup notes and then just went a different place. Now, the melody normally goes up there, so I just kind of did the same thing and came down. You know, because I mean, I can't think of anything on my own. I've got to use what's out there already.